Hi, I'm Eric Bolling in for Bill Oreilly. Thanks for watching us tonight. Let's get right to our top story. The FBI livid at President Obama over his comments on the Hillary Clinton email investigation. The New York Times reports today that the Bureau's agents are mad the president downplayed the situation during his interview with 60 Minutes on Sunday.
Did you know about Hillary Clinton's use of private email server?
No.
While she was Secretary of State?
No.
Do you think it posed a national security problem?
I don't think it posed a national security problem. I think that it was a mistake that she's acknowledged. I do think that the way it's been ginned up is in part because of politics.
So was President Obama trying to sway the final outcome of the investigation into Hillary's private server? Joining us now with reaction from Washington, Ron Hosko, a former senior FBI official. Ron, the New York Times reporting today, this week, that the FBI agents are very upset with President Obama. What can you tell us?
Well, if that's an accurate portrayal of it, Eric, it's completely understandable. This is not the first time that, even though he is an attorney, even though he has been down this road before, it's not the first time that he knows his role and has yet still commented on the case.
Yeah. So President Obama, in that interview that we just pointed out, said that Hillary Clinton didn't violate national security. How the hell does he know that?
Well, that's a great question, and one that I would pose as well. At this point, we are still hearing information about the FBI fairly recently identifying another tech company that may have been involved with backing up the server. And we're talking about volumes of information that the FBI is going to have to look at in great detail. This director, Jim Comey, is relatively new in his position, 2 years in. He has not had a crisis on his watch. He does not want politics around this event to be his first. So they want to get this right. This is a detailed, labor-intensive investigation. I have no idea how the president could conclude what he did. Certainly Jim Comey is not down the street briefing him on a regular basis.
Ron, does the president weighing in, does that undermine the investigation?
Well, I think it does that in at least two significant ways. One, with the American public. Now we have, and unmistakably, there are politics. We were talking about a politician who's involved in this email investigation. So when the president comes out and makes his pronouncement that suggests this is all a mistake and there's no national security implications, he, in effect, sets the bar. And if the FBI later comes and to that same determination that no crime has been committed, there's going to be a segment of the population that says they were told to find exactly what they found, which is nothing. That, I believe, erodes trust in my former organization, and it's unnecessary based on what the president said. The other area that really concerns me is this. Loretta Lynch works directly for the president. Jim Comey has a 10-year term. By design, he's supposed to be independent. We want an independent FBI.
Sure.
And so in the discussions between FBI agents and federal prosecutors across the street, when those differences of opinion occur, this suggestion by the president interjects that doubt into that conversation, too, where the FBI is going to look at that prosecutor and wonder whether he or the Department of Justice was influenced by the president.
Exactly. So the FBI reports to DOJ headed by Loretta, as you point out. Here's the question, though. Should they be looking for an independent prosecutor and an independent investigation at this point?
I don't think so. First, I think the FBI is very capable, with the right prosecutive support, in carrying out a detailed, thorough, unbiased, impactful investigation that will find the facts as they are located in those files and through interviews. So there's a lot of layers to this. So this is going to be labor intensive. Go ahead.
So the FBI agents that are out there, they're working the field, they're doing the diligence, they're pulling the information, they're investigating. The president comes along and says, hey, no national security threat here. Has he stepped on their investigation?
I don't think that the agents working this case all the way to the top, I don't think they will be in the least bit swayed by those comments on Sunday night. They have a job to do. They know that job. They've done it in the past. They will do it here regardless of outside influences. My fear are those couple of things that I referred to earlier, and that's important. The public trust in an unbiased FBI investigation is critical to the agency.
Does he owe those agents an apology?
Well, I think that there's a likelihood that there are plenty in there that would like to hear that, as there are in law enforcement, as there are in other segments of our society where this president, knowing that he should not, in his words, put his finger on the scales, then goes about doing just that and leaves people with the suggestion of what the result should be. As I said, he's done it in Ferguson. He did it in the Gates matter up in Cambridge, Massachusetts, where he, on the front end, condemned the police and then was forced into a beer summit to bring the parties together, knowing full well that the facts became known. He was wrong.
As you characterize it, President Obama putting his finger on the scale, shouldn't a constitutional scholar know better?
There's no question about that. In fact, the president does know better, because he has made these comments in these forums in the past about him not weighing in on the process, on the result, and then he proceeds to weigh in on what he thinks the result might be.
Mr. Hoskins, I want to say thank you very much.